right, so good morning to all of us once again. Thank you for making the time to join this session. We'll be talking about probably the shiniest toy in town today, which is AI or artificial intelligence, and the future of professional work as we know it. It's not a lecture, so although you see slides on the screen, it's just to guide the discussion. So there's something on the screen at all times. We're going to try to do some practice alongside. When it comes to AI, it's a mixture of it's a mixed set of feelings for myself and some people I know. Because whilst a great tool, you kind of wonder what the future looks like for everybody involved, right? So for professionals, especially if you are in the field we find ourselves in, accounting, finance, law, you should be very concerned. If I were a plumber, I probably would not care today because AI in its current form cannot fix your leaking pipe at home, cannot come and fix your your clogged drain or toilet at home. AI cannot do that yet. AI can tell you how to fix it, what to move when, but it cannot come and do the actual work yet. But if you're a knowledge worker, which is your work is based on you have knowledge you apply to solve something for a client, then you are in big trouble in a way. Because a lot of the things we can do today, not only can AI do it, but AI can do it better. And that's the mixed feelings part of the whole thing, right? So this session will cover artificial intelligence, how to understand and use AI in 2026. Of course, you will not become an expert in just 2 hours. If that is expected, I didn't even promise that anybody will become an expert. But this session will be the foundation on which you build expertise. And I'll make a point about Microsoft Excel when we get to the subsequent part of this discussion. If you go on YouTube today, you'd probably find over hundreds of thousands of videos on Excel tutorials. But ask yourself, is everybody here an Excel expert? No. Some people here cannot even write a basic Excel function. So let's not think that because AI is all around us and AI is everywhere, everybody will learn AI. History has taught us that humans in general, some will not bother about what this whole AI thing is about. But if you're a professional who wants to be ready for the world of tomorrow, it is important that you care. And even if you don't want to care, maybe what will make you care is if you probably don't care. This is the first time not caring might make you lose your job or your career. Because maybe after this session, assess what you do at work on a day-to-day basis. Ask yourself, okay, so from what I saw today, can't I conclude that AI can actually replace me completely? You can ask yourself that question. Ask yourself, you wake up in the morning, go to the office. Is there a single part of your job that from what we are going to do today, you can conclude AI cannot do that part? If AI can do everything you do at work from beginning to end, then you should care more than anybody else, right? So you will not become an expert, but this session will be like a foundation on which we can build. So what we do today, we'll discuss the AI landscape today. How is the world looking like as of this morning? I'm saying as of this morning because I can bet you this video will be on YouTube, right? On our YouTube channel. You can watch this video in the next 3 months. A lot of the things I would have said here will maybe have changed. That's how fast things are progressing. So again, don't treat this session as, oh, I've gone for some AI training and I'm fine. You will not be fine if you don't catch up every single day, right? Anthropic is releasing, if you've not heard of Anthropic, that's like they are makers of Claude, right? They release updates as if someone is chasing them. Like almost every week, there's something they are releasing, rolling out, right? So if you don't catch up for even 2 weeks, like a new feature would have been up, or there's something you can do with something, right? So it requires expertise and continuous development. Now, of course, I was a little child around when the internet boom was occurring, right? A couple of years back, pre 2000s, right, when the internet became a big thing. But I want to believe it was the same feeling for them at the time. Many were like, oh, that thing is probably just a shiny toy, it won't matter. But those who took advantage of it early built companies. Look at Amazon, look at Google, right? They have taken a lead that is not going to be easy for anyone to close today. First mover advantage. So, whichever industry you find yourself in, ask yourself, what can I use AI to do? Now, it's new. And I'll show you proof that it's new. I'm not just saying it's new. We are Africans, we are in the African continent. For us, AI is new. I'm sure if I ask my mom what Chat GPT is, I want to bet she say she doesn't know. I haven't asked her. I should have, right? But ask your mom or your dad, unless your mom is like Gen Z. No, you can't have a Gen Z mom. Yeah. Unless your mom is like really young or tech savvy. Most of our parents are either on TikTok or Facebook watching funny videos and those things, right? Yes. So we'll look at the landscape today. Then we'll come to what AI really is and if AI will take our jobs. We'll try to answer that question. Then we'll practice a few things with some AI tools. I'll do some practical prompt engineering session with you to show you what a good prompt is and what a bad prompt is. And then we'll take questions at the end if there are any. So that's the plan for today. I hope you find this insightful. I put in a lot of work trying to put this together. So I hope it helps you. Before anything, we have a community on WhatsApp. You can just scan with your phone QR code. There are two QRs you can see here. So the first one is for the entire like community. So when you join, you see plenty subgroups you can join. But you can join this one directly if you're just interested in like AI and tech, right? So AI and tech at MSL. We'll be sharing updates like those things, right? And would start a couple of training sessions on technology. If you're interested, you could join. But of course, there are always free resources online. So I'll point you in the direction of some free resources you can find online. But again, agency is important. You need to take the initiative and say, I'm going to learn, right? So you can join any of these groups and then you can keep in touch with us. If you are an organization here, you need AI training, you can send a WhatsApp message to this number. My team would arrange something for you. If you want your organization to know, okay, how can I leverage on AI in this modern age to do what and what and what for my organization, feel free to reach out. We will do some training for you. That is fine. And Icebreaker, I saw this on X or Twitter just before I came for this session. So I think it was my last minute addition to the set of slides. So this is funny. So a lady tweeted, she said, chemistry test today, I'm prepared to cheat on the whole thing. You can see my screen, I believe. Yes. I hope it's not too small. So the next, you can see on ChatGPT, is like, hello, chat, I'm going to upload 4 pictures in a couple of minutes. I need you to give me the answers for every problem. Do not explain how I get the answer. Just show me the answer and show me the slides work for it if it needs it. If it's an ABCD question, immediately give me the answer. Then GPT said, got it. When you upload the 4 pictures, I will give just the answers. If it's ABCD, I'll tell you the letter. If it needs work, I'll show you the light workings, no explanations. Go ahead and upload the images. The person uploads it. So they're in the exam hall trying to cheat, right? Now the results come and the person gets 43% and F. The person's like, how can I fail with ChatGPT? So the person angry and disappointed goes and says, chat, let me know how I got an F. Then GPT said, you probably got an F because many of the answers I gave you earlier were wrong. I'm going to show you which ones were incorrect compared to what the test actually asked. From the sheet you sent, then GPT said, so for example, question 19, I said B, correct answer was D. So what does this tell you? And that is one thing, first thing you have to learn about ChatGPT. Whenever you, in quotes, catch AI, you're like, oh, yes, I was wrong. Here's the correct answer. And I'll tell you why. AI is not pure intelligence. At its core, AI is really about probability and statistics and trying to predict the next word. Truly, that is AI. So we haven't reached intelligence where AI has a kind of intelligence you and I have. We can make things up, we can think things. For now, AI is in a lot of context and pattern matching here and there. So you get an F with AI and AI says, oh yeah, sorry, but you've got the F already. What is this telling us? Please do not take anything AI gives you as final. AI tells you something, then you just go and post it or whatever. Don't try with Ghana tax law. They will disgrace you. And they'll say confidently, even quote section numbers. and tell you amendment acts that never exist. So let's use AI with care. It's all good, it's all great now, but always double check your answers or whatever AI tells you. It is not like the gospel truth. Okay. So this is someone who got an F right in the exam hall using ChatGPT. All right. So before we go to what we want to do today, what is AI really? There are different types of AI. So AI, artificial intelligence, two words, is any computer system designed to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. There are three major categories. We've got narrow AI, general AI, what we call AGI, and then super intelligence AI. Narrow AI is what we have today. All the ones we have today, they are narrow AI. All of them. Every single one of them. No matter how impressive they look, it's narrow AI. We've not reached AGI. We don't have AGI today. So these are systems designed for specific tasks like things you have today, ChatGPT, Claude, Google Translate, Siri, even your email spam filter. You see, the thing about AI is we think it's new. I'll come to that slide as well. AI is actually not new. When you go on Netflix and they say you may like this movie, that is AI. It's machine learning that has watched the kind of movies you have been clicking on, which ones you watch for more than half the duration, which ones you click off when the movie starts, which ones you have been liking, thumbs up in. They look at your movie history, then they start recommending, I think you like this. It's the same for your YouTube timeline. YouTube notices, okay, this person watches a lot of gospel music and some WWE wrestling, and they like watching some football. Next time you open YouTube, what do you realize? First video is a football match. Second one is a gospel song. Have you noticed? You can log into a different account. Your first video will not be a football match. So AI is not new. AI has been there for years. We've been seeing it in different forms. It's just come to the mainstream and people are now seeing it. So AI is not new, just to summarize. But narrow AI can excel at one thing, it cannot generalize. So, for example, your email spam filter, it looks at some indicators and say, this email should go to spam. This email looks legit. Take it to the main inbox. It's nothing new. It's been there. How many of you have seen auto predict on your phone? You are typing a message. It tells you the next word you want to use. Have you noticed? You are chatting on WhatsApp. You mentioned the boy and it suggests is will. You type will, it suggests go, right? That is AI. And we've had that with us for years. It's just now mainstream. It's been put into the tools around us. So that is narrow AI, right? It does well at one thing, but it cannot generalize. Then we have general AGI or AGI, artificial general intelligence. Now, this is a hypothetical system which we are told will have human level reasoning across all domains. This is what all the films are predicting. We are not there yet, but Anthropic, OpenAI, Google DeepMind, they are working heavily towards AGI. So they claim when AGI comes, we should all run away because now AI can reason without our input. They can do things without our. Um, Many commentators claim AGI is very close. Some say it's as early as 2027, 2028. Some say it's earlier, some say it's later, but AGI will come from what we are hearing. Then we have super intelligent AI. This is theoretical. I don't know if we ever get here, but this is AI that exceeds human intelligence in every field. Now, before you say you have seen those AI benchmarks, you were told it can pass the law school exam, it can pass the IC exam. Don't forget, law school exam is really a certain syllabus. If you give the AI that syllabus, it can answer those questions. So it's not impressive at all. In fact, what we do as humans, most of it is not impressive. Like you learn a couple of accounting standards. You go to an exam where they say, okay, solve something, something IFRS 16. It's not impressive. Like there are rules you have studied and applied. AI can do that better than us because they've got a larger context window. Theoretically, I'll come to what that means, right? So super intelligent AI is when AI will actually exceed what we can do in every field. What they claim is that for super intelligent AI, you don't have to even teach the AI the syllabus. Like it actually works. It won't work to the exam hall, but AI can't answer without input. Now you need to train AI. It understands the context and then it can answer the questions, right? So that is it for the types of AI that we have got. Before we go in it, I want to make this practical. So before we start, let me show you what AI can do. I'm going to summarize the content of a 1 hour plus video from YouTube. We won't watch the video, but we'll know everything the video says. I'll do this in another 20 seconds. I'm going to use the let me show you this tab. Can you all see my screen? I'm looking at a YouTube video now. Is it clear? Good. Let me try and play. If you can hear the sound, please confirm your consent. Can you hear the sound?
Yes, Deputy Majority Leader. Mr. Speaker,
also has not only saved
Can you hear the sound?
billions in potential losses,
You can,
but also
great.
restored accountability, strengthen expenditure.
So this is a 1 hour, 14-minute video. It is the Finance Minister of Ghana presenting the national budget. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask AI to tell me what the video is about. I wouldn't have to watch all of it, right? This is one of the small things. I'm going to show a number of small things AI can do, but what AI can truly do is quite crazy. So I am going to, let me stop sharing and probably share a different window. So give me a sec. I can share a window. Which one should I share? Okay. Yeah, entire screen is fine. You can see my entire screen, I believe. Okay, so let's use Gemini will be the best for YouTube because YouTube is a Google product and Gemini is a Google product. GPT can do this, right? But Gemini will do it better than GPT. So I'm going to paste the link here. I've copied it. I'll say, okay, this is the 2026 national. Can you see my screen? Please confirm, just to be sure. Okay, you can. Great. All right, this is the 2026 national budget presentation for Ghana. Summarize is to extract all the tax policy proposals mentioned by the minister. Also provide me with highlights of all the key macroeconomic variables for the 2026 fiscal year. So that's it. But you can see knowing which model to use is important. If I use fast doesn't think, it probably will give me a poor output. So I'll come to GPT. I mean, Gemini has got like fast thinking and pro. So I'm going to use pro. And then I'll say, all right, so we can start a timer if anybody's doing it. It's going to read through the video. I'm sure we've done like 5 seconds, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's done, right? So like in 10 seconds, okay, still doing. Wait, hold up. Okay. It didn't work. I'm coming. It's supposed to work. I'm coming. But yeah, so hold on. I hope it does it well this time. So again, you can see AI can break, it can fail. Okay, good. Now it's done. Here are the key extracts from the 2026 national budget presented by Finance Minister Atofos. I didn't mention Atofos's name. Policy proposals. Now, those of us who follow tax here, we can look at this and see if AI is lying, right? So let's go and see what AI said. Key levies abolished. COVID-19 is going. That is true. Get fund and hill decouple. That is true. VAT reconnaissance prospecting. That is true. Effective VAT will go from 21.9 to 20. That's correct. Threshold 2,750. That's correct. Zero rate of locally manufactured textile. That's correct. Get fund input up. Yeah, that's correct as well. Digital solutions, fiscal electronic. These are all correct. VAT reward schemes. Yes, this is correct. Other tax measures. To reform the laws. Yes. Like every single thing here came from a video. And mind you, it wasn't the budget document. It's not impressive if like I got all of this from the budget document, the PDF. But now AI can read the context of a video on YouTube and then use this for whatever. So key macroeconomic variables, we have to confirm this, but I want to believe it's correct. Real GDP growth, 4.8%, whatever. Non-oil growth, 4.9. Like this is AI. You can convert this into a presentation if you want to, but that is like next level. I can do something on that right now. Right, I'm coming. So I can switch. I hope it doesn't ask me to switch to a new chat. One sec. So we can use Canvas, build a little interactive dashboard using the macroeconomic indicators. Okay. Let me see what it's able to do. Again, if you'd notice, I switched from main chat to Canvas. Canvas kind of like builds tools within, you can use to do like maybe small mini apps. We'll do something with the VAT calculator. I'll build a calculator for VAT. Good. Now, you see, it starts writing the code. Now, if you don't know how to program, it's fine. I'm not a programmer myself, but I can read code to a large extent. So it's using like React, right? So it's giving you the code. But as an accountant, like you probably cannot write this code yourself unless you go and sit down to learn coding. So you see, it says data extracted from the budget presentation, GDP, non-oil GDP. So it's building the code. When it's done, it will show me the dashboard. You see, the tax policies are listed here, all in code, by the way, right? All of this is actual code. So when you see the mobile apps we've been using, there's always code behind at the back end. So it's done. It builds this for me. These are the targets. I can click through fiscal. It tells me this. Tax policies, it tells me this. And if you're impressed, I'm like, this is the least AI can do. Do you see why we should be concerned if you are professionals? Like your boss at work would have said, oh, go and read the budget and bring me a presentation. AI does it for your boss in 10 seconds. Will your boss need you to still be doing that research for him? Right. So these things are here. Macro overview is here. It gives you like actual jigger. And I can play with this. I can come back and change whatever, but it's fine. Let's go back to what we're doing. So that is about it. Let me come back here. So we have done this. Let me check it off my box slideshow. So we have done the summarized contents of a 1 hour plus YouTube video, and I even went ahead to do something else with that data, right? Okay, so where are we today? Take note of the African continent. You and I are here. You can see how white it is. This is the heat map interpretation. Very light blue means AI adoption is quite low. Very dark colors, it means they have high adoption. If it's white, nothing is going on there. Look at Africa. In fact, it's just Ghana, Nigeria. We are the ones that have some low adoption. All these white countries have very little AI use. What does that tell you? This continent, we are very early when it comes to AI. In fact, I'm sure most of us here, maybe you can confirm with a thumbs up, you use AI to write your LinkedIn post, the one that says, I'm thrilled to announce I have just completed my IC exam. Right. Funny thing is that when I see an AI post, I can tell immediately it's an AI post because I don't know. When you use AI for so long, you start to see how AI writes, right? So I can say almost every single LinkedIn post that is AI written, I can almost always tell, unless a person does some editing here. But they all flow a certain way. AI writes like this. Here's where it gets interesting, but here's what you missed. That's AI's style of writing, right? But yeah, so I'm sure most of us use AI to do our writing and all. Or I'll see someone post something on IFRS 16 or a new tax law, VAT on LinkedIn. You can tell this is like AI copy paste. I'm like, bro, like anyway, some don't care to edit, but I've seen many, when the budget was out, I saw many budget posts on LinkedIn. Like it was pure AI language. They didn't change anything, right? Here's what you may have missed with the AI bullet points and the EM dashes and all. But so we are quite early, and it's obvious here because most of us use AI to do check my email for me if it is correct. I'm even told some people use AI as a relationship guide. Maybe the ladies, my boyfriend just broke up with me. I'm so devastated. What should I do? Apparently, people use that AI for that. I didn't know, right? So if you are like that here, I'm sure you can know yourself that, oh yeah, that's me he's talking about, right? So most of us use AI for advice. And these days, instead of going to Google to ask, apparently people use AI for Googling. So someone says, I have a very funny headache this morning. It's the left side of my head. What could be the cause? Is anyone like that here? Use AI to do diagnosis before you go to the hospital, right? So we can see that we use AI for these things. But my point is that is like 0.0000001% of AI's potential. We are really underutilizing AI in this part of the world, right? These guys, and you see, that's how life is. They will always gap us in everything. Look at the difference in the adoption. So let's not be surprised if they are the ones building the latest apps. These days, people build apps in 1/8 of the time it takes to build, or it would have taken to build a couple of years back. But we are here asking AI that our boyfriend just broke up with us and we don't know what to do. We are so sad. What should we tell him? He just sent me this message. See the screenshot below. What should I respond? People are using to build app. We are using for relationship coach. But it's fine, right? It all shows what our priorities are. Okay, you're laughing. Okay, so that is the state of AI. This from the A16Z research report released just this year. So AI is not new, coming to my point. It just became more mainstream these days. So we've always had virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. Siri has always been there. Siri has been some form of mini AI. Of course, I admit Apple is quite behind in the AI race. They've partnered with Google to use Gemini for Siri in iPhones coming out this year, apparently, right? So let's see how that goes with Apple and Google's collaboration. Perplexity also had a deal with Google to put Perplexity, I think, as one of the default AI tools on Samsung Galaxy device, I think, something like that. Android phones, something like that. So AI has been around us, right? Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. Even autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars. The cars we have today that can do self-driving, right? Your Teslas, even those robo taxis and all. You sit in the car, there's no driver, and then AI kind of knows I have to turn left, I have to turn right, the traffic light is red. It has studied the pattern, studied the map, knows where there's a pothole. They shouldn't try that in Ghana because Google will not have the latest information that in Ghana they are doing a festival, so that road has been blocked. Before you realize, the car will go and clear people in a festival because we don't have that live data. You know, in Ghana, we can just wake up and say, let's do a festival and block the road, right? So the self-driving car will just go and clear like 1,000 people and kill everybody. So AI has been there. People use AI to do self-driving, and it's going to get better such that in the next couple of like 5 years, I'm sure you can sit in a car in the back seat, no driver, just you and the car, and probably even chat with the driver through AI, and there's no driver, right? Recommendation systems like Netflix. We all know Spotify has got a very good recommendation system, right? For songs. Like it kind of knows what song you will like in a funny way. Agreed? Spotify users. It kind of knows that this is what you'd like to listen to. They study data of what you have been listening to, and they're like, oh, if the person likes Black Sherif, he might as well like this guy's song. Right. So those have always been AI. Healthcare is using AI a lot these days, diagnosing diseases. So if you're a medical doctor here, I don't know if there's any doctor here, you've got tools to help with diagnosis. Like you give the person's symptoms. If you've gone to a hospital before, you've probably seen a doctor behind a PC. The doctor tells you to go and do a certain lab test, bring the lab test result. The doctor will tell you, okay, hold on a second. You see them typing. There's not anything they are doing. No, it's really AI, but not GPT, right? These days, some of them use GPT, but they've always had something AI. So doctor types and say, okay, the person's red blood cell count is this. They have high leukocytes and high lymphocytes, whatever it is called. Erythrocytes are at this percentage. Bilirubin is on this, whatever. Bile, whatever, is also this. They are showing symptoms of this. We've seen a high bacterial load here. Based on that, they say, okay, I think you are suffering from this. Then the same system will say, okay, recommend this drug and that drug and that drug. Of course, they learn in medical school, but they cannot walk around knowing everything in their heads, right? These days, you and I have got that in our pockets. Anyone here who has tried it before, you go for a certain blood test, give it to AI and see what it tells you. It will give you correct lab reports compared to the hospital. Yes. So we all have it in our pockets now, but it used to be something that hospitals had. In finance, Wall Street has always had AI. Algo trading, as it's called, has always been there. Algorithmic trading has always been there. You go to the big banks, the JP Morgans, the Citibank, they've always used these systems, machine learning, to study past trends of a particular stock. They can tell what will happen when a certain event occurs and how the stock price will move and use that to do a trade, right? So it's been there. So my point is that narrow AI has always been there. It's just becoming more mainstream. And I'll say it's thanks to ChatGPT. Now everybody's like, oh, what's this AI? Let me take it seriously, right? So that is what AI is. It's not new. It's been around for quite a while. Now let's do something quite more interesting. I'm going to build a calculator to calculate VAT based on Ghana's new law. I'll do it in 60 seconds, right? I want to show you, before we start doing anything prompting, I want to show you what AI can do. And again, these are like baby level things. I'm showing you like the baby level things. So I'm going to build a calculator that does VAT based on Ghana's new law. So if there's anybody here who was thinking, I'm going to build an app, Ghana tax calculator app, if you do, you probably have a failed business because people can do it themselves using AI. Do you get my point? Like, a couple of years back, it would have been great. Like you build an app which is Ghana VAT calculator on Play Store, or maybe you add PAYE to. I can do PAYE on AI, right? But yeah, so we're going to build a calculator which will calculate VAT based on the VAT law, right? So again, knowing that the right tool to use matters a lot, I will use Google and I'll use Canvas. I can do same in Claude. GPT, unless I use Codex, but yeah, I'll use Gemini for this one, right? There are some I would have to use Claude because it does better at some things, right? So I'm going to build a calculator which will calculate VAT based on Ghana's new law. But watch how I'm going to prompt it. One person will go and say, build me a calculator to do VAT in Ghana. What should it do for you? Do you understand? But if you give AI the appropriate context, it can do some of these. So let me go back to present something else. Entire screen. Okay, I'm sure you can see my Gemini now. Okay, so we can leave here, new chat. All right, so I'm going to say, I'll start in, okay, by the way, you can create images, and you've seen those people who have been doing flyers with AI. Have you noticed a certain way AI flyers look? You can tell, right? I don't know if you are here and you do it, please stop. Like anyone can see this flyer was AI made and they will not take your business serious. Like either hire a developer or a designer or just learn Canva. Like more serious notes. If you are doing serious business, those they have the same color. Have you noticed? They have this bluish gradient color and fun. All of them look the same. It is not possible that your brand should look like others. And sad is I've seen serious brands in Ghana use those funny AI flyers. Please, I beg you, if you care about your business, do a proper design because now AI is going to be so abundant. You see more of those flyers. And this is when it's time to distinguish yourself. Like, do a proper design. Let people know, okay, this is not an AI made word flyer, right? Anyways, I'm going to use Canvas here. But again, I have to give context, right? So I prepped with, I have my folder here. So I have this, okay. This. All right. So it says I have one for VAT calculator. Okay. So this is a screenshot just to show you full disclosure. I just took a screenshot of this. Can you all see? This is the presentation I did on the new VAT law in January this year. So I just took my own slides here so that I don't talk plenty. I could have typed VAT is calculated like this, NHIL is on this figure. I'm like, you know what? Save me the talking. So I'm going to give this to Gemini. So it has the context now, yeah? Then I'm going to say, I need you to build a VAT calculator based on the attached. This should have interactive toggle buttons. What should I even say again? And should be able to calculate inclusive tax figures from tax exclusive figures. To make it fancy, I can say, let's add a toggle. This is just me trying to flex, right? A toggle, what should I do? Okay. Yeah, for dark mode and light mode on the interface name this the MSL VAT 2026 calculator. Okay, so again, I'm going to use Pro, and we are going to, let's see what it does, right? Okay, so start. I didn't say anything. I just gave them this picture here. We can open it and you see what they have. So because it's canvas, you'd see they would those, you see, let's look at the logic. So it's telling you what it's doing. It's doing the calculator scope to replicate the functionality shown in the image, broken it down into the interactive toggle buttons. It's doing the calculator's features, analyzing tax calculation scenarios, defining input parameters, refining the fields, calculator input is being done, logic. Sometimes we read this to see what AI is doing, right? So we'll leave it, it will open, you see? So it starts. It will start writing the code, you can see. Now, again, if you don't do programming, it's fine, but it's using React, use state, use effect. It's important, some things it needs from Lucid React, some constraints, so some constant amount, set amount, tax type, set tax type. It's inclusive, set inclusive. It's dark mode, because I asked for dark mode, right? A toggle dark mode class on the body for full coverage, right? So those who build apps, this is that's what they will put at the back end. So it's done. Let's see if it works. Accountant here. So it named it MSL VAT calculator, like I said. So let's do the math. Let me change the 100 to, let's say, 1,000 cedis, right? Okay, so standard rate only. Do we all agree that it should give you 1,200? Accountants here, based on current VAT law. Thumbs up if you agree. Right, okay, let me come back here. Then let's do standard plus CST. So the same 1,000 Ghana, standard plus CST. CST 5%, okay, that is correct. That should 1,200, that's correct, right? Okay, let's do standard plus tourism levy. So it does, and then that should be 1,210. I could say, okay, now I want tax inclusive. So let's do standard plus CST, tax inclusive. It'll work back from the 1,000 CD. So with the 1,000 CD figure, when you work back, transaction should be 793.65. Then it works back to give you the individual components. I did this. It took us 60 seconds after I finished typing, that is. I think I asked them for some dark mode. So this is it, right? Dark mode is here. This is a literal app I've built in seconds. What is the implication of this and why am I sharing it? A time is coming where you can build your own app for something indoors and use it for whatever you want to use it for. But that is what will make good software much more easier to identify. Here's the thing. You can tell Gemini to try to build you. Let's come back here. So that's it, right? We can play with, let's change the 1,000 to 525,600, right? And when you come here, it's done 5,600. Is that the back? It does this in seconds, right? So you can use this to do your own PAY, whatever, in the corner of your wherever, and you should be fine, right? So stop sharing. What does it mean for you as a consultant? If you're a consultant here, that thing that we're using to flex our clients, if your client knows AI exists, would it come to you again? I don't think so, right? So that is it. But I always say these are the basics. If you can do this, you've not done anything at all, actually, right? Okay, so that is it for our next exercise. Where are we today? Anthropic claims. This is where I'm going to answer the question, are we in trouble as accountants, finance, professionals, lawyers? So this is what the blue shaded one is like, the theoretical capability, what AI can do now. Then the dark one here is what we use AI for, right? So it's easier to read here. The blue bars are like what AI can do today. The red bars are what we use AI for, based like out of what AI can do. So computer and math, AI can do like 96% of computing and math, software engineering. But currently we are doing 37% of it. Business and finance, where you and I are, AI can do 94%, 94 now, today. We are using just 28% of that ability. So it's not like it cannot, but what we are using it for is not up to what it can even do yet. And let's not forget, this is like beginning days of this whole AI thing. Office and admin workers, AI can do like 94%. We use for 38%. Management, lawyers are like 88% here, 20, because you need to go to court. You know, you go to a court, in some rural parts of Ghana, sorry, the judge is not coming today. AI cannot deal with those kind of situations. So you see, they've not covered everything yet, right? But when it comes like drafting legal agreements and those things, like AI is quite easy. If you come to the bottom, you can see things like food and serve and grounds maintenance, construction, agriculture. AI cannot do like 15% of agri. And I'm sure even this is like research and not actual planting and cropping and all of that. You see, so AI affects different professions in different ways. If you hear the doomsday prophets saying AI will collapse the whole economy, it's hard to believe. We don't know again, but based on data as of today, it's not everyone who's in trouble. But if you're an accountant or lawyer or finance person here, then you actually are in trouble. If you don't upskill, you are in big, big, big trouble. Like, yes. So that is about it. So everybody must upskill. I've met people who have said, oh, as for me, I don't like IT things. Please, you cannot say that. We have students at MSL who will be like, oh, I mean, I don't like the technology things. Okay, be there and be learning the debit and credit and be going, right? You chatter and realize that the world after chattering doesn't really care about your debit and credit knowledge, right? So we need to actually become better accountants. All of us here, myself included. I've even stopped the accounts. I've told my friends that I've done accounting, but my mind is on using tech to do something. Because this whole, if you are an ACC or ICA student here, in exam, you prepare console financials with pen and paper. CR guys, agreed? A couple of, like 2 weeks ago, you went to do console balance sheets in an exam hall with pen and paper. Do you know in the real world, nobody ever, 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 ever uses pen and paper to prepare financial statements? Of course, we want to be sure you know before we let you qualify, right? But my point is that console you did in 36 minutes and you still didn't balance it, AI will do it in 30 seconds. The one you did that and didn't even balance it. So you cannot balance. AI will balance and do it in 30 seconds. Can you compete? No. So the competency is not, I know IFRS 9. AI knows IFRS 9 more than you, more than you could ever dream of knowing. Do you know why? They have uploaded the whole IFRS 9 document from IASB into AI training. It knows every paragraph. Like you cannot compete. That's my point. Not great to think you know your tax law. Once AI learns 896, forget. Because that subsection you probably missed, AI saw it, right? So we, the knowledge workers, we need to get better. Very, very, very serious, right? If not, we will become obsolete. Most exposed occupations are programmers, customer service guys, data entry keyers, medical record specialists. You can look at this later. We'll share this with you. So who is winning mainstream consumer now? GPT has the biggest share, you can see, but it's fallen. So if you check, GPT has got like the highest. As at January 24, it was almost like everybody was in ChatGPT. Of course, this is global, right? So the numbers here mean a lot, these percentages. Then Gemini is like a close second. You can see Gemini is closing the gap and is opening. But Claude is a silent killer. Let me tell you something. Let me whisper it. To be honest, to me is Claude. But it's not the most popular. Anyone here who uses AI knows that, well, it depends what you are doing. Again, Claude will suck at some things. For example, when it comes to voice mode, Claude cannot do voice. So anything voice, yet they don't have that capability, right? But when it comes to pure our industry, you and I, accountants, don't joke with Claude. Like serious, it can build financial model for you in seconds. I'll do it and for you to see today, right? So mainstream consumer, again, people are asking, I want to get married by December. What should I do so that I'll meet the right person? Those things, GPT, do you understand? Like the average person is using GPT for that. And those are the small parts here. But the real work, those using this to build things, they use different tools. And let's prove it. Look at the countries we have here. Ghana is not here because we are not serious. They can't capture our data. We are watching TikTok all the time. So those who actually use AI and matter, South Korea, you can see they use more GPT, but Germany uses more than them. UK uses more GPT. But go to a country like Russia, less GPT and maybe more Gemini and some more DeepSeek and more Claude. You go to Japan, more GPT. That was quite interesting. But look at China. China does DeepSeek, of course, is their model, right? So they will use more of their local content, right? And Brazil is here. India, then US. You can see different countries even use different AI models in different ways. This is from A16Z research report from just this year. Right. So you can see it's mixed. People use AI for different things now. Projection is that in the next 3 to 5 years, AI will become so commonplace. Everybody will see AI, right, in everything we do. Okay, so the next thing is, let me show you something else. We're going to build a discounted cash flow valuation model in Excel from scratch using AI. I'll do this in like 60 seconds again, right? Now, because it's a model and I want it to be from scratch using AI, I think Claude will do a better job. And by the way, just add, those using the free models, most of what I'm doing, your free models will not be able to do. Just saying, I pay every month for all the ones I'm using, right? I think they are like $20 a month for all of these. But for me, it's worth the investment. So just saying, in case you open your own free model and it's not doing, it's not like I showed you poison. It's the limitation of what you are using. But most of the things can be done with the free models anyways. But if you can't do any crazy work, please note that the free model has limitations. And I'm not saying go and look for $20 every month if you cannot afford. I use it for work. So for me, it is like work expense. Okay, let's build a DCF using Claude. So I'm going to go to Claude. Let me share present something else, entire screen. Okay. So this time I'm going to open Claude. So it says, "Happy Saturday, Michael." It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to ask it to do something. Now, Claude has got different model choices to pick from. So we've got Opus is like the most capable for ambitious, and Sonnet's like most efficient for everyday tasks. It's fine. Haiku is for like fast answers. I'll not recommend using that. Sonnet, Opus is fine. But Opus consumes a lot of tokens. So you do something small on Opus, then it's like, it's maxed out, right? But let's see. Let's try. Sonnet should be fine, right? Should be fine. So I'm going to build a model from scratch. I'm going to tell Claude what I want from this model. Yep. So let's start. I'm going to say, so build a discounted cash flow model for a Ghanaian cocoa. Let's do cocoa processing. Yeah. Processing company. The company, what should we call the company? Let me use my own name. The company is MSL Cocoa Ghana Limited. Full stop. Let me give it information. So let's say revenue. I'm doing this as we go along. Okay, so pardon any typos you may see. I'm trying to like revenue. Let's do 45 million Ghana cedis. What else should I even do? Let me see. Okay, this is going to growing at, let's do 12% annually because I'm building a model. So I need these like assumptions in my assumptions tab, right? So that's my revenue. Then I can also bring EBITDA margin. We can say EBITDA margin should be 22%, for example. We can bring CAPEX, that is capital expenditure for those who are not accountants. This should be maybe 8% of my revenue. I can also bring working capital. So I'll say working capital, let's say 15% of revenue. Right. Revenue change. Yeah. Okay. Then, of course, tax in Ghana is 25%. The tax rate is 25%. Our weighted average cost of capital should be 18%. For the non-accountants here, sorry, okay, you just follow through. This is not for you, but it's fine if you don't understand these things. It's okay. It's our language. Then we have a terminal growth rate, right? So terminal, that's like end of year, end of period. Terminal growth, 3%. So what should AI do with this? So project 5 years of free cash flows. What should we do? Okay, let's also do EV. So calculate enterprise value. Have you seen how I didn't just say do a model for me? The average Ghanaian will just say AI build model for me. It doesn't work like that. Like, what exactly do you want? Okay. All right. So project 5 years of free cash flows. Then we'll do enterprise value. I need sensitivity analysis. Okay. So and uh, produce a sensitivity. You can see my screen, I believe. No, you can, right? Yes, you can. Okay, good. So sensitivity analysis as well, or sensitivity table, let's just call it that, showing how the valuation changes when weighted average cost of capital, let's say, changes or varies from 15% to 22%. What else should I add? Okay, and then let's do one for terminal. And terminal growth varies from, let me use between, this was 3%, right? So let's do sensitivity for like between 2 and 5. So that is the average. So from 2% to 5%. But don't end there. How do you want the out? I want it as Excel. So generate this as a double Excel spreadsheet, right? So and I'm going to say enter. Let's see what happens. So it says it's thinking, right? Let's leave it to do. Someone can set a timer and see how long it takes to. Let me even do the timer myself. Where's my clock? Stopwatch. Okay. So it's done like, let's say you 3 seconds plus. Let's continue. Whilst it's working, if there are any questions, you can let me know. But let's finish this one. So it's doing the, you see, it's working. From my end, we've done like 23 seconds so far. So you see, it's doing the model, telling me the colors of the cells and the tabs and those things, right? But it's using OpenPy Excel, right? That's a Python script. Python is a programming language. So it uses Python. So you see, what you would have done on your own back end with Python and all, that's it for you. A simpler model would have been done faster, but I'm doing like a complex model. So from my end, we've done like 49, 50 seconds. Let's see if it's finish in under a minute. Let's see. I gave it a lot of work to do. So, okay, it's done 60 seconds now. It's not done. But yeah, I'm still timing. So, we'll see. Okay. So you see, it's writing all the like actual things you'd have done in Excel. You can read the logic, base revenue, it's doing everything here. Right. Okay. So let's wait for it with all the information here. Okay. So it's like it's really working. Rule 35, discount factor 1 plus WACC to the power T. So accountants here, we are doing discount to present value here. Like this is discounting. Okay. Yeah. And then PV or future cash flows is doing everything here for you. Then the valuation summary block. Right. PV of cash flows. So it's summing a couple of what else. You see. So yeah. Terminal value is CR students, free cash flow times 1 plus G over R minus G. This is what Gordon's growth model, right? So like AI knows all of these things and is writing like formulae for them. So just a second. It has crossed 2 minutes. Okay. Maybe I gave it too much work to do. But yeah, so let's watch it. It's still working. Okay, it says final. I give it a big model. It's fine. It's done. So it's doing some fixing indents bags here, running command, recalculate formulas, 0 errors found across it. Ladies and gentlemen, our model is done from my stopwatch, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. This is the model. Can we all see? I can download this. Let me download it. So this is a model. Let's go and play with the model and see. Let me go to my downloads. There you are. So this is the model, right? We can play, this is the assumption stuff. Again, you can see my screen just to be sure, right? You can. Good. So, how you do, Seth? All right. So let's look at this. So you can see base revenue is 45 million. And then we are going to grow it by 12% and all of that. So we can say, all right, if I change my base from 45, what's the numbers here? 50.4, 56.4, 63.2. Let's change the 45 to, let's say, 20. Watch the numbers here change. You can see it's going 22.4. Can you all see? 25. It's a model that you can like change. Let me change the growth from 12% to, let's say, 25%. Watch the numbers changing over here, okay? All updated automatically. Like this is a basic model. It can do more than this. So do you see what like AI can do? And I can play with these numbers here. Like I don't want to stay into an accounting class, but it's done the enterprise value calculation for you, which will change it. Let me change this to EV currently is 20.4. Let me change this to like 100 million. This will change to 102. This is a new enterprise value, like automatically done. And there is no limit what you can do with these. As an accountant, are you not worried yet? All the Excel you were learning, Charlie, somebody did it in 2 minutes. This model will take you at least, if you are very good, a full day to do. Those of you who know Excel, maybe like half a day. It did it in 2 minutes. Can you compete? So you get my point, right? You cannot compete. Like you cannot. So you cannot fight the technology. You have to learn the technology. The very best financial modeler. I can do this model AI just did. I can finish it in like a day. If I'm not doing anything, I can build this model. This guy just did 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Who here can do it that fast? Nobody. By the time you're even done creating the tabs, you've done like 5. Most of you finish the tabs, you've done like 5 minutes, right? So again, it's a tool we should learn to use to become better, whatever we are, or whatever your career path is. So that was from Claude. So will AI take our job? This is what I think. Some jobs, yes, for sure. But fear is not a solution. But history is repeating itself. So before the printing press came, we had scribes. People used to write. That was their job. When printing press came, everybody was saying, oh, all those editors and typesetters will go out of business. But no, we actually had more books and people still wrote books, just that this time we used machines to print and not ink. So you see the Bible, they said they used some ink to be writing in some scrolls and all, right? If they were to write the Bible in today's age, they'll probably dictate to a certain AI to write as the Spirit gives inspiration or whatever, right? But those days, they'll be in a mountain or some cave somewhere and they get the inspiration and they write on scrolls, right? So writing has not changed. It's how we write that has changed. Do you understand? So that is it. Then hand weavers and the power loom. So people were like, oh, when it came textile industry, people are going to go out of business. No, it did not kill textile manufacturing. We actually have more textiles today. Then we used to have horses and carriages as vehicles. And then the cars came, they're like, oh, horses will go out or people will stop using horses. People use horses for horse racing. We would always find a use for something else. That's humans, right? Then human computers existed. They said in the past, they had rooms full of mathematicians who were doing calculations by hand. So they say you go to a certain room, a full story building, people are there doing hand calculations. That was before the computer. When the computer came, they were like, all human computers are gone. No, we stopped doing those calculations by hand and gave it to computers. Then the typewriter. Who saw the typewriter? Okay, I did. Because when I was very young, my mom worked at one of the Ministry of Education agencies. I remember because I was like quite young, but I'll go with her to the office when we were on vacation, or like in the late 90s, right? And I remember she used to type on typewriters because I'll go and sit behind that and go and press some and things, right? But typewriters went away and she didn't lose her job. Like she still did her administrative whatever work she was doing, this time in Microsoft Office. And nobody was laid off, actually, to be fair. But whoever was a typewriter specialist who did not learn spreadsheets or did not learn word processing documents would have lost their jobs. So you see, it's not the tech. Let's not blame the tech. It's about those who don't adapt to the tech, right? Then we used to have ledger books, accountants here. So those things we learned, those sales day book and cash book and single column, they were there, actual, real. Most of us here have never seen a day book before in our life. Most of us here. But spreadsheets came. Did accounting die? No, debit and credit is still there. Debit and credit is still a principle today. It will never go away. But it's how we do the debit and credit. So Excel made us faster. No accountant has been killed because of Excel. Right. So spreadsheets came to take over. Then library research and Google on the internet. People are like, oh, Google is now here. Nobody will go to the library again. Libraries are still in existence. I know people who rather read hard copy books than soft copy. They want to go to the library. Then we got ATM, mobile banking, and people said, bank tellers are going out of business. Have you gone to any bank in Ghana without a teller before? No, because that 85-year-old woman who go to the bank wants to talk to a human being. What is all this computer? Won't they steal my money? Like, we will not lose bank tellers anytime soon in Africa. Even though AI can do every single thing a tellers do. Everything a teller does, AI can do today. What do they ask you for? What are you here for? Oh, money transfer. Fill this form. Where's your Ghana card? Okay. Sign this one for me. That's it. AI can do all of it. But have we lost tellers? No. If anything at all, we actually have more tellers. Do you agree? ATMs have not cancelled tellers because we are in Africa. The ATM will not work. You want to go inside the branch to go and withdraw your cash. Agreed? Yes. So that whole perfect world of AI will clear all our jobs, if it will happen, safe, is not anytime soon in our part of the world. But we need to get ready for it. And I'm saying, look at the work you do on a day-to-day basis. If maybe your work is you go and then every day they've given you some spreadsheet, you are just entering invoices inside. Please, if you don't look sharp and your boss learns there's AI, you're in trouble. Your prayer point should be your boss not knowing AI can do all you are doing. I think that's the only thing, actually. Most of you with like bosses who are not Gen Z, like old bosses, they don't even know this whole AI. So you'll be fine. Like you're in the public sector, your boss is maybe 59, going on retire. He doesn't know of ChatGPT. So you can still be typing in Excel for him. But if you have a Gen Z boss, maybe I'm your boss, I won't fire you, but I mean, we'll have a conversation. Can you do something else I cannot do yet? Right? So that is about it. Even we are teachers, can AI teach? For now, yes, they can. But AI cannot make you laugh like I'm letting you laugh. Like I'm seeing many of you laughing here. Yeah, that's what make us different, right? I can make you laugh, make you understand, speak it in tree and translate and go back. AI is quite robotic. They'll get better. But as a teacher, I know that I cannot just come and be reading slides to you because AI can do that. There's a tool called Notebook LM. Notebook LM can do all of what we are doing as teachers, right? So if you're a teacher who is just reading slides, no context, nothing, please change your game, right? Come to class, and I'm not saying we should all become jokers in class, right? But it's showing us the trajectory, right? Anytime a new tech comes, we adapt and we become something else as humans, right? So this is where we are now. Routine professional tasks. AI will not replace accountants, lawyers, financial analysts. To replace the task within those roles that are routine, repetitive, process-driven, like drafting standard documents, basic legal research, data entry, reconciliation, standard calculation. You are an auditor, associate. You are auditing OPEX. You are auditing cash and bank. You are putting the data and dragging that cell that says no exceptions noted. Drag it out to the last invoice that you sampled, right? AI can do that in seconds. I've been an auditor before, I know what I'm saying, right? You pick the invoices that will not be exceptions on it. Then you don't want to test further. Okay, so they say test 14 invoices. You pick, okay, this one has no issue. Let me pick. Because if I pick ones that have issues, I have to do additional testing procedures. I don't want to do that. AI can actually test 100%. Do you realize how serious it is? We do sampling as accountants because we can't test everything, right? Because we have limited time. We can't do everything. But AI can test everything in 2 minutes or less. Do you get the difference? Why does sampling exist, accountants? Sampling exists because we cannot test everything, like MTN's core data records. You cannot test full revenue because it's not possible. But AI can actually do that. And it's do it in 2 minutes or less. So AI is going to replace certain tasks AI can replace. Let's go to court. If you are a Ghanaian lawyer and you have been to any Ghanaian court before, you know that judges and lawyers will be fine for the foreseeable future, at least in Ghanaian courts. AI will not survive a Ghanaian court. They will not. They'll come and speak big English there, and then someone will be like, Charlie, go and sit somewhere. Or AI goes to court, it doesn't even have legs yet, and the judge says there's no sitting today, right? Or you are an audit partner. Audit partners are safe because according to our Companies Act 992, ICA requirements and all, you need an audit firm licensed by ICAG to sign audited reports. So the audit partners are fine, but the audit associates, are you sure what you are doing cannot be done by AI? If yes, please learn something. And this comes to those of you who have on your CV under your skills, Microsoft Office. Really? In 2026? You are okay. Well, if I see a CV with that on it, it's an automatic no for you to think Office is a skill to put on your CV in 26. You will not get the job. Like serious. Then you write Microsoft Word as a skill. Like what are you doing in Word today that AI cannot do? So we need to all pick up new skills. Your skills should be, look, you're an AI literate financial modeler. Do you understand? So new professions will be born, I think. I could be very wrong. We all don't know what's going to look like. But I think looking at history and what I've seen different commentators say, accounting will not die. People will still need accountants. But what kind of accountant is what will change? Because now your clients can build a little tool to do bookkeeping in-house. So you can't come and bluff them with bookkeeping. You must bring extra value. So what we will start seeing is probably AI audit and assurance, AI governance consulting, AI augmented advisory. Do you understand? Because now you go and your client has done their own mini audit in-house. They know all the exceptions that you're coming to see. Your client can get those tools that will do the audit for them. Before you come, your client knows how you put your management letter in advance. AI can do that today. Do you understand? So now, as an auditor, we have to actually see, okay, what can we do to do something AI cannot do yet? That is what I think things are going to look like. Now, things will stay the same unless ICA starts giving out licenses to AI audit firms. It's a possibility. The world is going very fast. In the next 10 years, maybe you start your own audit firm, AI, one partner and AI. You go and license with ICAG, no audit associates. Your clients bring their information in a certain format, you upload it, audit is done in 24 hours or less. You sign the account. So that audit you are doing for 2 weeks and going for interim and final and going to Takrady and all, AI has done it in 24 hours. If you're a client, that is less audit fees for you. And these things are not some utopian thing. Like I can already see it happen. The only thing holding this back is regulation. As an ICA will not let AI sign accounts. If ICA would have, it will shock us that AI will do audits better than any big four in Ghana. Because why? AI can learn. So we'll give AI the ISIS, all the IFRS. We'll give AI the audit documentation of PwC, KPMG, EY, Deloitte, all the four of them. AI learn everything and see if AI will not do audits better than any big four in Ghana. So now AI can, but we need to get ready for that time. So I'm saying I'm not a doomsday prophet at all. I believe we will get different things to do, right? The doomsday guys are saying that we will not even work again. I don't believe in that. Like we'll all be home and we'll be going to our gardens and going to watch football and all, and they'll give us universal basic income and all. I don't know how that turns out, but maybe the doomsday prophets are right after all. Let's see. And maybe this time it is not history repeating itself. Let's see how things will unfold. So we don't know, but all I can say is if you learn AI today, you are ahead of almost 80% of the Ghanaian population. Some are using AI to do crazy things, right? I use AI on a daily basis. If you check my pin tabs here, GPT, Claude, Gemini, there are constant features here, right? And all of them paid subscriptions, right? Not because I want to waste money, but like I know what it does for me. So you can do work you would have done in 2 weeks in a day or less if you know what you are doing, right? Okay, so that is what I think the conclusion is. AI is a great opportunity, but so was Excel, like I said when we started. On Excel, on YouTube today, there are hundreds of thousands of free YouTube videos on Excel. But how many of us here have ever built a model with Excel before? How many of us here? When you search YouTube today, let's do it. Let me show you something. Share this tab instead. Let's search for free financial modeling course. See, like this Indian man here has a full valuation school course. Let's even use this one, right? View full course. You've got videos on all of this here. But that's the thing about humans. Knowledge has always been abundant. The problem has never been knowledge. It's been the agency to act. Everybody here is saying that AI can do this, but I bet more than half of us are going to be like, okay, I've seen it, it's fine. Life as usual. A small percentage of us will be quite intrigued and say, let me go and see what this thing is about. So don't be surprised. Excel knowledge is free online. Why is every accountant not good at Excel? As at now, some cannot write a simple sum if function. Why? Not because you have to pay thousands of dollars. It's free on YouTube, literally. Right? But the question is, what would you do with the knowledge? There will always be that willingness part. And a part of AI needs creativity, I've noticed. You'd notice that when I was writing the VAT, when I said you should do dark mode, toggle, and all, if you are not someone who can build or you've not trained your muscle to do that, you just go and say, do V8 calculator for me. And you don't know how to ask it to do because you don't know what you want the output to look like, right? So those who are naturally creative would do way better than those who just calculate this for me, build this for me. And no, in fact, right? We need to become creative. How do you become creative? Have a genuine interest in what you are doing, genuinely understand your field, and I'm sure you can do great things with AI. So yeah, you can see there are many videos here. Another one here. See, people, there are courses here. You can't finish watching all of them if you want to. It's the Excel Beginner's Guide and free financial modeling course. Why aren't we all financial modeling experts? It's the same thing with AI. AI is everywhere, but trust me, people say, Charlie, it's fine, right? So that is it. Excel has been there for 30 plus years. How many of us in this session can write an index match function today? Probably a number of us, of course, right? But not everybody here, I can bet. You see, it's not everyone who has mastered Excel to be the same with AI. So let's not think, AI is there. Everybody knows AI. No. Some will not learn AI because they think, it's just another flash in the pan, right? Okay. So that's about it. Now let me do something that'll probably blow your mind before we come to, I think after this, I'm going to grant AI access to a folder on my computer. And I'll show you, you will see AI literally do it. I'm going to give AI access to my MacBook. It should take over. I have a folder that has disorganized files. And I'll even close the screen. I'll let you see it yourself, right? We will move the files into a new designated folder. AI should name the folders itself. Are you ready? Are you interested? This is the one that maybe will let you know that, hey, this thing is not a joke. Maybe you saw the calculator and you're like, model is fine. And this is by Claude, by the way, right? Perplexity has what we call Perplexity Computer. I've not used it yet. I'll try it out. But I use Claude. It's good so far. So let me come back to this. So present something else. Entire screen. Okay. So I'm going to show you the folder. So this is, can you all see this folder named new folder with items? Can you all see? Look at my screen so that is full disclosure. So this is a 14th March folder I created. I put GCB annual report here. Maybe we'll use it. This is a VAT thing I use. So this is the folder, new folder with items. Let's open it. Can you see what's inside? It has plenty of things. It has CSV files, JPEGs, WebPs, PNGs, MP4, JPEGs, more MP4s, PDFs. Now, you see how disorganized it is? Let me put it this way. It doesn't have any subfolder. This is the full folder. Can you see? Good. I'm going to ask Claude to come and group all the things here into different folders based on the file type. You ready? So let's come to Claude. Now, this time I'm going to use something called Cowork. It's not free. So let me create it. This is what I was trying before the session. So the new task. All right. So Most of us on the free one, it won't work. Just saying, right? So I'll pick the folder I want to use. I'll use folder with mixed items. Just try just to be sure it's the same folder. So my downloads, today's session. Yes, new folder with items. So we should use this folder. Allow Claude to change files. Always allow. I trust them. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to say this folder, I don't want all caps. This folder contains, come in, different file types. And it is quite a disorganized folder. I want you to, in fact, let me do this. Let me sidebar it so that will also sidebar so that you can even see it. Let me sidebar this guy here. Good. So that we can all see. Not so good. All right. So this is a folder. I want you to group similar file types together and create a new folder per file type, and then move all file types of what? Same kind to its relevant folder. Simple, right? Let's watch. You watch the action live on the screen. So I'll say, go ahead. So authenticating, it is starting. You can time. So it says working on it. You can see both on the side, right? Okay, it's running the command. I won't touch anything so that you can see. It's thinking, it's doing the work. Let's see what happens. You see, he said, I found 4 CSV, 14 images, 3 PDFs, 6 video files. It's doing this. Watch what will happen on the right side here. I'm not touching my screen. Let's scroll down. Let's see the full thing. Watch the magic. Watch the folder, the one on the right side, this one here. Can you see what's happening? Can you see things are moving? Who has not? Let's finish. Let's watch it finish. Can you see? I'm not touching my PC. Okay. So let's go through. It's not done. When it's done, to tell me it's done. You see? All I did was I gave AI access to my folder. And again, these are like class 1 things we can use AI for big. It's done. It's done. Can you see? So to tell me it's done now. It's still coming to, but it's done over here. It will confirm shortly. It's done long ago, but it's probably doing its own. Okay, everything is perfectly organized. Your folder is now clean with 4 subfolders, CSV4, images 14, here. The root folder now only contains the 4 tidy subfolders. So true, I open my CSV folder. These are the ones here. I come back, images. These are the images here. I come back, PDFs. All the PDFs are here. Then I come here, videos. All the videos are here. Right? Are you scared yet? Or normal level? Yes. Scared or not? Maybe let's type in the comments. Maybe you can type scared, amazed, impressed, or just say, oh, this one is normal. Let me see how you feel. Okay, so Esther says scared. Ronald says no fears. Yes. What do you think? From what we just saw, I didn't touch my PC. It did this for me. And like I'm saying, this is like level 1. We've got AI agents. I can give an AI agent work and go and buy food and come. By the time I come, it is done. And I use AI agents. I do some things and go and come, right? So this is level 1, right? Some are saying eye-opening, some are saying impressive, some are saying normal level. Okay, this is saying normal level. We have seen all of you. Okay, but yeah, I mean, this is quite an eye-opener for many AI beginners. So let's come back here. So where do you start from? I'm sure you've seen hey, where do I start from? GPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, Perplexity, Notebook LM, and so many others. GPT has a free version. Gemini has a free version. Claude has a free version. I like Elon Musk, but I'll not recommend Grok. Like, it's good, but leave it out. You can use Grok when you're on Twitter or X, right? But like, if you want to do serious work, it's GPT, Gemini, Claude. Grok is good, some say, but I'm not a heavy Grok user, so I cannot really complain. But the ones I use and have subscriptions for, GPT, Gemini, Claude. Perplexity is good, but it's like a collection of models. So it's not a traditional LLM itself. LLM is not master of laws, large language model, right? So Perplexity is good, but I don't use it that much, right? GPT, Gemini, Claude can really do all your magic for you, right? There are other tools I could recommend, but for a beginner, which I think some of us here are, this is what you should start with, yeah? Then, which one should you use? The answer is there's nothing like there's a best AI. That's the truth. If anybody tells you this is the best, they are lying to you. There are some things that someone can do that another person cannot. Okay, Prince is saying in all this, you never mentioned Copilot because Copilot is not an AI model. Copilot is based on GPT, right? And I'm not a big fan of Copilot, really. So, Copilot, if you speak Pidgin, you know, reach like that. It does basic things. It's not impressive, right? But Copilot is not like a model on its own. Right. Inusa is saying DeepSeek is good. Yeah, DeepSeek I'm told is good, but I don't use it. Right. What I use on a daily basis, GPT, Gemini, Claude. And of course, I have other things I use, of course. I can't say everything here, but what I can say publicly and share publicly for free is what I'm sharing here. So GPT, Gemini, Claude, you can, if you don't have an account, open an account. They all have free tiers. You can play with different things and see which one gives you a good response. You can type one particular prompt in all three. You notice that they'll give you different answers. They will never give you like the same response across board because they do different things differently. So we can compare briefly, just a sec. GPT is like the most popular. I showed you the graph, right? Right. But if you want to understand something, GPT has a context window of like 400,000 tokens. Gemini has 2 million tokens. Claude has 1 million tokens like recently. Meaning that if you give all three of them a document with thousands of pages, they will not handle them the same way. Because Gemini can read all those pages. Context window is like your memory, what you can remember in a short period of time. So Gemini can remember a lot more than GPT can. Same 1,000-page contract, but they will attempt it differently. And GPT will lie to you as if you read everything. It won't tell you I cannot see the full contract. It will come back and say, oh, the contract, then you confidently go and give your client and say, oh, client, this, that. Right. So you need to know what their individual context windows are. And when it comes to multimodal work, I think Gemini will top all of them. Multimodal means videos, audio, pictures, text, images, right? Google is quite the leader here. Then when it comes to personal intelligence, if you're a Google user, Google Drive, Google Meet, let me show you something. Let me show you something. So present something else on the entire screen. Can you all see, when you check, you can see here, right? There is some Gemini, whatever here. Okay. So it's saying ask Gemini. Let me try and use it if it's going to come up. Okay. Which one is this? Okay. Why is it? It's fine. I'll figure it out. But yeah, there's Ask Gemini here, which you can use to even ask questions on what is happening. Oh, I think it's the account I'm using. All right, it's fine. I'm not using my host account, but it should be able to bring you a thing to ask questions and all. So let me come back, present something else. Yeah, training. Okay. So yeah, Claude can connect to professional data sources like PageBook, FactSet, Moody's, LSEG, Morningstar. Claude has pre-built financial skills, DCF models, comparable financial analysis. Latest is Opus 4.6. GPT latest is 5.4. Gemini is 3.1 Pro, right? GPT has got Codex. So if you're a developer, you can use Codex. Claude has also got, it's called Claude Code. It has artifacts. Gemini has got Canvas, right? So they all do different things differently. There's nothing like this is the best AI. I chose just the top three. But there are also specialized AI tools. As I am here, I've already cloned my voice. I wish it's maybe another time. I've cloned my voice fully. It sounds just like me. I wish I could demo it. I have to log in somewhere. It's fine. Without sharing too much information. I've fully cloned my voice. It speaks just like me. In the coming months, saying it in advance, you see it in the MSL app, you come and then you ask a question to talk like me, right? So that is where AI has reached. It can take your voice and speak back to you in your voice. That's where we are going with MSL, right? Again, I think and I believe we are the most tech advanced institution in Ghana by far, if you all agree, right? So we are going to continue to lead the way in that area. So yes, we're going to do a lot of things with AI in the app in the coming couple of weeks, actually. The AI will start summarizing some things, your courses. You don't have to watch the videos if AI will tell you what the lecture was about. We are working towards that. I'm not saying don't watch your videos on the app again, but to save you time, right? So that, okay, let me not watch this one. They discuss this topic, right? We are working on that heavily now, building our own proprietary models and all of that. But yeah, that's just by the way. So AI can do a lot of things. You can start with GPT if you're a beginner. It works well for many things. Gemini is also good if you are looking for like a general model. Claude is good if you're ready to pay and ready to do serious work. Claude is not trying to be like GPT. So don't give you free things plenty like that. Like the serious work is behind hidden Claude payment, unfortunately. There's a $20 payment. I think there's also $200, right? That one is for those who are doing like proper development with Claude. But it's worth it if you want to. So $20 is not bad if you're willing to invest. But if you are someone who wants to do free, GPT free, Gemini free should be a good start for you. You don't pay anything. Start with those ones. Okay. All right. A few terms you should know. I'll leave this for you. Get a slide. So large language model is any system trained on vast text data sets to understand and generate human-like text. So all these GPTs we are using, Gemini, Claude, they are LLMs, large language models. Then transformer is a neural network architecture that uses self-attention mechanisms to process data to help AI understand. Then prompt engineering is what I was doing, type in, do this for me, create this, and let the revenue be. This is called prompt engineering, telling AI what you want with specific constraints. Fine tuning is when you train AI to adapt a particular domain. So we've got our model, we are fine tuning to understand the ICA syllabus, the CIT syllabus. When you ask a question, it should answer within context of ICAG and not bring SEMA and ACCA within that conversation. It's called fine tuning. Right. A few others you should know, like embeddings. RAG is a popular one, retrieval augmented generation. So this is where it's like a database. Those of you who are familiar with SQL or SQL, that is structured query language. RAG is like you have a number of databases that store different information. So the AI knows that to answer this, go and look in this RAG table, right? But that is quite advanced. And then a token is like a text unit. So all the things you've been seeing GPT write for you is using tokens. The more tokens you use, the more expensive it is, right? Hallucination is when ChatGPT has been lying to you. It's called hallucination. Seeing things that are not there, right? It's called hallucination or AI fabrication. And it does that a lot. Zero shot is when AI does something at a go. You give it something, it just does it for you. Chain of thought is a good way to prompt, where you prompt AI to encourage them to think through and give you the step-by-step thinking. A context window is the maximum amount of text that AI can process. And like I said, the context windows are different. So look at the context window of the AI you're using before you know what you can use it for. Very important, right? If you are doing coding or development, there are better AI models compared to the other. If you are generating images, don't use Claude. In fact, Claude announced yesterday or the day before that you can now get visual whatever in Claude. I'm like, wow, right? They are moving so fast. So these are some things you should, this temperature is so important for you. Okay. So again, those who are just joined, you can scan the QR code and join any of our groups. This one is dedicated to like AI and tech. We'll start hosting some courses. If you want to learn and join, it's fine. If there's something free, we also post there. You also see some, it's fine, right? You can join this and also join that like broader community to see other programs that we offer and prompt engineering training session. So here I'm saying that LLMs are just like next word prediction engines. So if you come here, I was trying to say explain investment thesis correctly. Like I'm wrongly spelling this deliberately. Like I'm saying exalpin investment thesis correctly, right? So let me come back and show you this. So yeah, I've wrongly typed something here deliberately, right? I can spell explain, I can spell investment, but I'm saying you should do this. So it will know that I'm trying to say explain and investment because it is not intelligent. It uses probability to guess what word you are trying to say. So watch it. Right. Okay. So that is it. Let's come here. You see, it says an investment thesis is a clear, structured explanation. Like it knows, I just said Excel pin investment, but it knows what you are trying to say because it does probability and says, okay, what is the most likely word this could be? EXALPIN. The guy probably means explain. So it tells you if it's a human being you're talking to, you probably ask you, what are you trying to say here? I don't understand this. Do you understand? So that is about it. So back to what I was saying here. So present something else. Okay. All right. So yeah. So the models are trained vast amounts of text. The GPT we see and we are impressed. They've actually trained it with everything they could find on the internet, documents, books. They paid some people to write content for it. So it's not like it's just intelligence. No, it's been trained on lots of content. They spent billions of dollars on this. Then there are parameters. So these learned patterns are stored as numerical weights. They are called parameters, right? GPT-5 has over 1 trillion of them, right? Then inference. When you type a prompt, the model will process your text, consider the statistical patterns it has learned, and predicts the most likely next token. It does this one token at a time, thousands of times to give you a complete response. So when you see it's trying to load the response, it's just guessing the next word. Really, if you understand how it works in the back, it's not really impressive like that. At least the current AI we have, right? Then context window is the amount of text the model can see at once. Like I said, right? Claude can do like 1 million tokens. That's like 750,000 words roughly. Meaning Claude can process an entire book, full set of financials in a single conversation. But your money will finish. Claude, small thing, I don't tell you that you're out of credits. They like money a lot, right? But yeah, so that's the context window. So let's do some prompt engineering practice. So key things to remember: be clear and direct. Say what you want. Specify the format, the scope, the tone, the length, the audience. The more precise your instructions, the more useful the output will be. Then use examples. Show AI 3 to 5 diverse relevant examples of your desired output. This is one of the most reliable ways. Like if you have an idea what you want the output to look like, ask AI to show you. Or tell AI what you want it to look like. Right. Then what else? You can use XML tags. XML is like extensible markup language. If you don't understand, it's fine, right? But it's a way to also encode. So you can wrap different types of content in tags. Like this is my context, this is my instructions, and my examples. It understands XML. You can give AI a role. You can say you are a senior auditor, you're a senior lawyer with 15 years of experience, right? You can do chaining of prompts. You can also long context tips like so we have large documents. You can place the data at the top, questions at the bottom. This can give you quality improvement of up to 30%. Then use prompt template. You can create reusable templates like in Claude, right? You can create a file for your identity, who you are, how you want your work to be done, give them an example, and then go back and use that project so many times, right? There are many things you could do, but for a beginner, you're going to start with the baby things. So demo one, vague versus clear and direct. Let's all open our ChatGPT and just type this. Tell me about IFRS 16. Let me do it with you. So let's see what it tells me, right? So let's come to the screen here. We're going to use everybody's favorites, ChatGPT, right? So I'm just going to say, tell me about IFRS 16. This is a bad prompt, terrible prompt. Because, like, what should it say? Is it ROU assets? Is it lessor accounting? Is it lessee accounts? Is it sale and lease back for the accountant here? Right? Is it manufacturer or dealer lessor? Is it lease amendment or lease modification? Like what? You see, so let's see what it says. Now, this thing you see it do here, you see, is what we call, it's generating, it's guessing the next word, giving you pictures from Google and all. So it's trying to tell you, right, is generating. This thing is nothing special. It's just like you going on Google and asking, just as more structured. So it's defining lease, lessor, lessee, right of use, asset, debit and credit, subsequent measurements, ROU, effect on the financials, P&L, cash flow statement exemptions, lessor accounting, why it was introduced. Do you realize it told you what it wanted to tell you? Key exam insights if you are writing professional exams and all. Right. So this is what we refer to as a bad prompt. Now let me show you so that I don't type a lot and we save time. I did my prompt earlier here. So let me just close this and copy this. So this is a good prompt. Control copy slideshow. Oops, I'm coming in. You can still see my screen, right? Great. So so I'm going to now say, watch this. Paste this here. I'm saying I'm a chartered accountant in Ghana advising a mid-sized manufacturing client. Explain the key recognition measurement principles from the lessee's perspective. Include what qualifies as a lease under the standard. How to calculate ROU and lease liability. There are two exemptions. Constraints, it should be under 500 words. Use a practical example, factory equipment lease worth 2 million over 5 years, 18% borrowing rate. Define any technical terms on first use. So look at how better this response will be because I was specific. You see, it didn't tell me when, like, all those things and all the necessary. It is telling me essential. So to use my examples, manufacturing company, initial recognition, it to explain with that same factory equipment. Do you realize? Because I told it what to do. It used my 18%, it used my all the figures I gave here. 2 million over 5 years at 18%. It's using that to explain it to me. So annual lease payment will be this. Annuity factor will be roughly this. Lease liability is this. So at commencement, debit this, credit that. ROU is that. What exemptions? Short-term leases, low-value assets, right? So what I said it should do for me is what it did for me. Do you get? Yeah. So that is, don't just go and say, do this for me or do that. We also have another one here. Slideshow. Okay. You can also do role prompting plus chain of thought. So you're a senior external auditor with 15 years of experience in extractive industries. Client, a Ghanaian gold mining company. Revenue grew 180% year. Recently received Series A funding, expanding to Togo and Cote d'Ivoire. Then C, think step by step. 1, identify the top 5 audit risks ranked by likelihood and impact. 2, for each, recommend specific substantive procedures. 3, specify what evidence you request for management. 4, flag any going concern indicators. 5, rate your confidence in your assessment as high, medium, low. Somebody will say, I'm going to audit a Ghanaian gold mining company. What should I know? Or what are the risks? How will it know Ghanaian mining company and the risks? It will just tell you anything. Do you understand? But if you ask, this is like an example. I could have made it deeper than this, right? So let's copy and let's come here. You can still see my screen just to be sure. Great. All right. So paste here, enter. You see, thinking longer for a better answer. Okay. Below is a risk-focused external audit view from a Ghanaian gold mining company. Revenue recognition and cutoff. Risk level, very high. Confidence, high. Why is the top risk? 180% increase in revenue is a major audit trigger. In mining, revenue can be stated through premature recognition, incorrect cutoff around year-end shipment, incorrect treatment of. So auditors here, you see, is telling you the substantive procedures. And these are correct, though. To be fair, right? So let's example of sales before year-end and test cutoff, 20 statement and customer acknowledgement. Recalculate revenue using contract. test order control is passed, perform analytical procedures. It's correct though. Evidence to request, executed sales contracts, invoice and customer statement, bills of lading. Okay. Existence valuation classification of mining assets capitalized. The same thing. Let me go and ask Gemini and let's see how well Gemini does this. I would use Pro. Then I'm going to ask Claude. Hey, you can't see my screen. Sorry. Yes. I think let me share the whole screen instead. You are seeing the slide there. Sorry. Okay. It's a lot of moving parts. So what I was showing you was this. Like, this is GPT's response. I pasted it here. Right. And it gave me like order, revenue recognition, these things. All right. Then we had Gemini. This is Gemini's response. As an AI, I see them always. They've changed. As an AI, I don't conduct actual audits. I know you don't. Like, come on. How do you see yourself? Do you understand? But Gemini will come and start with those. I'm an AI. I don't do audits and those things, right? So as an AI, I don't do audits, but drawing on standard auditing frameworks and the scenario provided, I can provide you a step of blah, blah, blah. So it does, you see, also does this. We can try with Claude. Claude, if you're not careful, they even do documents for you. Let's try. Claude, they don't joke. New chat. Let me try this here. Let me see what Claude will do. Okay. You see, they are giving us different outputs. Claude has gone to do risk matrix and ranking by likelihood and impact. You see, it has built like a proper. Can you all see? Again, it's the same prompt but different tools. Can we see? So when somebody tells you, "Oh, GPT is better," compared to what? Do you understand? Okay, so it's actually doing an audit risk matrix because they brought this feature just this past week, like this generating images. So they are showing off. Let it finish its work. So you can see GPT give us its text response. And I'm glad, I think, who in the comments? Laurentia says yours don't give you pictures. Are you on the free plan? Please confirm, Laurentia. If yes, then that's why. Can you see they've done a matrix for me, which I can expand though? Like this is Claude's output, right? But there are some things to you go and then Gemini will do it better than Claude. So you should, I'm not saying go and subscribe to all, but I mean, each tool has what it does better. Claude took a different approach altogether. I gave you like a risk matrix for the accountants, and you know what this is, right? Then he gave you a going concern assessment. So Claude did not talk plain. He gave you a matrix as the risk assessment. Let's come to GPT. GPT just told you, like in a table form, likelihood, impact, and their confidence. Going concern view and more text, right? What did Gemini do? Started by also gave us going concern indicator, right? The risk 5, risk 4, risk 3, 2, 1, and all, right? So you can see they are doing different things. Okay, Lawrence, have you used the free one? Yes, then that's why. Those on the free model, they don't want to spend money on you. Generating these images costs them money. So if they can do something small for you for free, then they will. So I'm sure you can even tell that we are all using the same AI, but we will not get the same answer. What I just showed you with the co-work, if yours is free, I doubt you even see this. The folder organization and then the Claude code. I can build like a whole website here in seconds. Anyway, but it's not for today. Yeah, so that's about. So different tools, same prompts, you might get different responses. Because some of you are paying, some of you are not paying. So they have to give priority to those who are paying, and then those who are not paying go behind the queue, kind of, right? But yeah, I mean that's about it. But I can do basic. If you're an accountant, the basic. I would have done this too. So this one is saying legal advisory memo to a client. Let's try this for the lawyers, so that at least we don't do accounting. So let's come here. You can still see my screen, right? You can see my screen, good. Okay. So let's come here. Let me use Gemini for this. So I've asked it for a memo, legal advisory memo, right? It's to my client, it's from the advisor. It's regarding enforceability of restrictive covenants in employment contracts. Date, issue, one sentence from the legal question. Analysis, 2 to 3 paragraphs applying relevant Ghanaian law. Conclusion, clear recommendation. Next points, right? So I've told them to use this exact format. A memo for a client who's a Ghanaian fintech company based in Accra. They have a senior software engineer who has resigned to join a competitor. They signed an employment contract containing 12-month non-complete clause covering all of West Africa and non-solicitation clause. Guys arguing both clauses are unenforceable. So it has done it to management from the legal advisor regarding analysis under Ghanaian law, blah, blah, blah. Conclusion. Next steps. Now, if you're a lawyer here, you can even give it a Labor Act. It will code sections for you easily. Okay. Maybe once acting. So does that mean you can use GPT to go and write those? You can write a letter, or you can write something requesting someone to appear in court. I'm suing you, right? If you are not careful and you don't read, maybe you end up being the one sued in court. You didn't read. Maybe AI will write that it is you rather they should take you to court. So please read before you dodge your lawyers. Don't go and end up in jail because AI said you are the criminal, okay? Or you are the one who went to say defamatory words against someone. So I think that is another example. We can come back to this. I could also show you. I could have added this one. It was a full prompt. So let's go back and redo it. So I can bring this here and I can come and copy this guy again. There's a single button to copy here, copy prompt. Good. So I've now told it to actually quote the Labor Act, right? Advise whether the non-complete clause is likely to be enforceable, reference the Labor Act of Ghana, relevant constitutional provisions and all. So it's going to now write me a full legal advice. So now as a lawyer, the value add is the relationship, right? And the fact that maybe you can't practice law if you're not a lawyer called to the bar. If not, like boys who open law firm right now and start giving advice, right? Even with the auditors, people will start putting, you see a senior high school accountant who's a smart guy to just say that, do an audit for me and whatever, right? But let's see if it's done. Okay, so it's now done. You see, it's writing a proper analysis. Now, I've not checked the Labor Act. You can go and check by saying section 11F. I didn't give them the Labor Act, so I'm sure they use the one online. Someone can double check for us if it's correct, if they are lying or not, right? So it has done that, quoted some, has given confidence rating for the legal claims and everything, right? Okay, so that's about it for this. We'll be done soon. This is quite complex, but I can use XML tags. So you use this one for like complex inputs, right? So you are a senior financial analyst. This is a role. Context will come next. I'm preparing for a board presentation for a Ghanaian listed manufacturing company. The board includes non-executive directors who are not financial specialists. So it knows not to make the content too technical. Then the data, you can paste the financial data here. Calculate key ratio, profitability, liquidity, efficiency, leverage. Present a table with columns, ratio, that's column 1, 25 column 2, 24 column 3, industry average column 4, then rack similar. This is red, amber, green, right? Like traffic lights. Which ones are high risk, low risk? Kind of, yeah. Then write a 3-paragraph narrative, suitable for non-finance board members. List the 5 most important questions management should. I would have done this here, but time. But you can use this prompt. Then we have what we call prompt chaining. This one is where you tell AI to actually go step by step with you. So you will not just say, do this. I'm pasting a company's trial balance. Summarize the key figures: total revenue, COGS, gross margin, net income, total assets, total liabilities. Don't analyze yet, just confirm the numbers. So AI will come and tell you, I have checked, these are the numbers. Then tell AI, respond. Now, identify the 3 most significant trends or anomalies. Think step by step. Compare to industry norms for Ghanaian manufacturing company. It will come back. Then, based on your analysis, draft the key audit matters section per ISA 701. Maximum 2 matters. Include the auditor's response for each. it will come back. Then this is where it's interesting. You tell AI, review your own draft critically. What would a tough engagement quality reviewer challenge? What risks did you miss? Revise your output. You will get an output which is 1,000 times better than if you just said, I'm going to audit this guy. Give me the issues. Because AI thought through it step by step. And don't forget the context window thing I spoke about, right? AI has got a limit on what it can do regarding its memory, what it remembers, and all of that. So it's important that there are plenty of things, right? But yeah. Then, so there are some advanced patterns you can use. Adversarial challenge. You ask AI to argue against their own output. Make the strongest case for the opposite conclusion. It will catch all blind spots. Please don't take what AI says as it is true. You are going to post on LinkedIn, you disgrace it. Okay, maybe a new law will come. You just say, AI, summarize for me, then you go and post. It will lie to you. Okay, you can have AI adopt different stakeholder views sequentially. Analyze as a CFO, then as the auditor, then as a credit analyst. You get to see different perspectives. You can also ask AI to rate their confidence for each claim. It will tell you if it is not sure. If the confidence they tell you, AI tells you the thing has low confidence, it means that what I've told you, I'm just guessing. It's a good way to know where they are so sure and where they are not, right? You can also set hard limits. It's called constraint-based prompting. So maximum 400 words, no more than 3 technical terms, 1 concrete example. It tells AI what you want. Then structured output requests. Specify the output. Produce a table with 3 columns or with these columns. Then a narrative. Then a bullet list of questions. Then self-correction loops. After the AI gives you the output, asks what errors might be in your response. What important consideration did I miss or did you miss? Right, so these are things you can use to be getting better. So this, if you can still see my screen, it says any questions. So yes, any questions. Like I said when we started, this was supposed to be a beginner session. It is not meant in any way to make you an AI expert. Life doesn't work like that. All these things I'm showing you, I didn't wake up one morning and I could do them, right? I use AI more than anything else, to be fair. I've been doing this for years, to be fair as well, right? So it takes time, but anybody can master it, of course, if you are interested in learning. So you don't become an expert because you've come to learn some prompts today and on Monday are going to pepper your boss and show your boss what you can do with AI and all. It takes more than that, right? So that is it. So any questions? Before that, one thing I'll just end with is AI will become abundant. Everybody can now write a LinkedIn post. In fact, in the Business and Financial Times, BNFT, people who never wrote articles 5 years ago, they will all start writing articles. Haven't you seen? So people who have never, ever posted anything about the budget will read budget and that evening they've done it. We will see a lot of that. But I always say there is one litmus test and the person have a conversation about that topic face to face. That's what we used to catch all the AI people. I've written an article in BNF. They've called you, come to TV3 for an interview. The way you disgrace yourself there. So let's not forget that AI is there, but you still need to know the thing. You still need to know the thing. Some of you here will use AI to build financial model. Then some will delete one of the cells. Then you get ref. You don't know where the ref is coming from. Now you've spoiled your model. What will you do? Will you tell AI to fix the ref for you? Well, it can, but if you know how to do modeling, you can search the cells and trace where the ref is coming from. Ref is like the hash REF, those of you who use Excel, right? So AI is good, it's a good tool, but please, it doesn't take away the fact that we should still know our stuff. Like I said, we'll see more articles on LinkedIn. People will be writing the daily graphic and BNFT. We'll see people all of a sudden becoming subject matter experts in different things. At the end of the day, substance will always win, right? So if you're someone who is wondering, how will we know who is real and who is fake? This is not your business. It's a tool that has come. Let everybody use it in peace. But in your field, master whatever you are doing. If you're a tax person, this is the time to actually know the tax law more. Because anybody can bring you some summary from 896 and come and challenge you. I will tell you that, oh, there's an amendment. AI doesn't know the amendment. And it's true. That is why I'm saying, as for knowledge, it will never, ever, ever become waste. Yesterday, for example, in Parliament, they have amended the GSL Act. If you saw our post on that, right? Yesterday. So gold mining, just 2025, they took the GSL creator category B, another category B on that, made GSL on gold mining 3% of gross production. They've reversed it to 1%. By now, AI still thinks it's the 3%. So somebody will come to you and come and argue. You'll be like, oh, boss, you've missed Amendment Act number this. That is where professionals will always have that edge, right? So let's keep being whatever we are. If you're a lawyer, it doesn't mean don't go to law school again. Still be the best lawyer possible. If you're an accountant, be the best accountant you can be, but use the tools, right? Benny says HRs are left without. Oh, HRs, you guys, your SOPs, all the policy documents, AI can do it in seconds. Management says, oh, do a new policy on, let me do one for Bennis, okay? I just saw your comment. So let's do one just to show that as HR, more, right? So let me just prove to you that it's not just the accountant. So let's do something in, let me use Gemini. Okay, so we are a Ghanaian. Where do you work? Okay, let me use a Ghanaian hospital. Draft a comprehensive leave policy covering different leave types. The policy must provide for different. Can you see my screen just to be sure? You can. Okay, great. All right. Provide for different types of employees. Let me just create. I'm making this up. Part-time nurses, locum doctors, senior consultant. This is like a typical hospital, right? ETC. Ensure no policy contradicts Ghana's Labor Act. Right? We don't have time, so I'm just playing with this one. Let's see. It will give you leave policy for a hospital. I didn't add the hospital's name. I should have, but it will do it for us. So sometimes you can even check what it's telling you what it's doing, right? Did I tell you it's called MSL Healthcare PLC? But anyway, it says that's the name of the hospital, right? Effective date, today's date, objective and scope, Tier 1, senior consultant, Tier 2, Tier 3, annual leave, Section 20 of Labor Act. Someone can confirm if it's correct. Every worker gets 15 minimum days. I think it's true. Anyway, public holidays, wow, actually true, to be fair. Then Tier 1, 28 working days. So that nobody will breach the 15 minimum. Tier 4, locum doctors, procedure, leave process will be submitted to HR, sick leave, under Section 24, notification, blah, blah, blah. Maternity and paternity leave, paternity leave, compassionate and bereavement leave, continuing medical education, whatever. Right. So, my HR, are you happy? Who was it? Bennis. You can see you are also part. It's not just the accountant. Right. Okay. So that is about it. I'll go to the comments for any questions, and then maybe you can raise your hand as well. So I'm seeing okay. Boache, does Claude generate images? As of, in fact, 4 days ago, the answer would have been no. But 3 days ago, they have some visuals they show within the chat box now, right? So answer is not fully like the way Nano Banana Pro in Gemini will do, but Claude can do some images to some extent, not perfect yet. It's prompt engineering the same as vibe coding. No, vibe coding is actually building websites, building apps, as in writing code without knowing how to write code, right? So Claude Code can do that. There's also OpenAI Codex, right? It can build an app for you, right? But before you go and build, someone will say, I want to build the next Netflix. Go and try and see. When AWS server goes off and you don't know how to go and turn it on, that's when you realize that you go and use the AI to build the website. We still need technical skills, is my point. If you get me right, you can build the next Netflix if you want. Where will you get the movies from? Right. So, I mean, we can do many things now, but technical ability will still have to be there. Right. Judith, will it be on YouTube? Yeah, it should be, I believe. Robert, technical competence plus IT tools. Yes, that's the key. Timothy, can this be used for ICAG CPD credits? I don't know. You should be able to. I'm an ICA member. Just tell them you came to learn about AI. And maybe they should also come for training themselves, I guess. Right. But yeah, I believe it should be used. Kimo, takeaway is garbage in, garbage out. Yes. If you give AI trash, it will give you trash as well. Timothy's asking for tax advisory. GSL for companies, it depends. From 5% all the way to 2.5% based on your category. Right. Okay. Kimo, for a beginner, which of the three should you use? There's no recommendation if you ask me. You can start with GPT, play with Gemini. Like, if you're a beginner, don't pay it. Use the free ones. When they start restricting you, then you can give one of them some $20, right? But I'm paying for everything, actually. So, yeah. So I have, you can, if you want to pay, you can pay. So yeah, any questions, you can raise your hand. If you have a question, we'll call you and then we'll be out of here in like 10 minutes max if there are questions. You can use the hand raise button and I'll call you. Yes, anyone? Is any hand up I have missed? Rosemond.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Mike, will you organize short training for some of us?
Yes. So for those who want to really learn AI, we're going to add like a proper AI course. Like those who want to really, really know this, we'll do like AI for different purposes. Maybe AI for financial analysis, AI for reports writing. Yes, we'll be organizing them. And as usual, for our students, we'll discount for you if you want to join. We'll give you like
proper
good
discounts.
Oh yeah, plenty discount. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Joshua.
Yeah, good morning once again, Mike.
Yeah.
So, as a finance and accounting person, if I'm looking for one to pay for, I mean, that would be user more beneficial and all of that. Which one would you recommend?
It depends. Okay. If you are doing more of like modeling, building spreadsheets and all, then Claude. But if you want to do general, like being able to write reports for you, summarize documents for you, give you advice on standards, then pick between Gemini and ChatGPT. But if your files are mostly in Google, use Gmail, maybe at work you guys use Gmail, Google Calendar, then lean more towards Gemini because it's integrated into Google system already. But if you guys are using like Microsoft Teams and all, then you can feel free to use GPT. So these are the considerations, right? If you want a general one, Gemini or ChatGPT. But if you want like for serious, like technical, do this for me and build a dashboard and all, Claude, as of today, is leading. But please, the AI race is always changing. A couple of months ago, I would have said it's GPT. A couple of months ago, I would have said it's Gemini. But today, I'm saying it's what? Claude. It will change because they are always getting better. You see? So as of today, Gemini GPT for general. Yeah. If you're paying for just one, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? You can raise your hand if you have a question. Jim, yeah.
Yeah, Michael, thank you so much for the tutorial. We really appreciate at least it opening our mind, especially when it comes to the usage of AI. But like my colleague said earlier, I think we appreciate if you can organize our class and then maybe probably with a minimum fee. I'll either coach you or that will be more in details. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for the time put in.
Yeah. All right, sure. We'll do that and then we'll announce. I think in the comments, when are we starting the course? Coming weeks. Let me just say coming weeks. And then, we'll announce and then you can join if you want to learn any particular one further. So we'll post maybe different types of AI courses. If you think you're interested in this particular one, you can come and then we will do that. Or guessing, how do we ensure information security? What I recommend is if you're uploading the client documents, take out the client's name. That's the best. So AI will not know that it's a real client. They claim our data is safe, but you don't want to risk it. So I'd recommend if it's actual client information, don't mention a client's name. Say a Ghanaian hospital, a Ghanaian football club, a Ghanaian school, right? And then let the other data be there. They won't know it is for MTN or Vodafone or Casaprec or whatever, right? Okay. Or can the model be exported? Yeah, you can actually export the Excel spreadsheet that Claude does. You can export it. Right. Yes. Joseph is asked, what is Meta AI? Meta AI, excuse my language, it sucks. It sucks a lot. Facebook Meta, the one you have in your WhatsApp chat, it really sucks, right? So you can use it to be asking basic questions, but if you want like serious work, I wouldn't use Meta AI. Like it's not good. That's why I didn't even mention it. Right. It's available in Instagram, in Facebook, and in WhatsApp chat. It's too basic. Again, never say never in AI. This video, let me add a disclaimer. If you're watching this in the future and Meta AI has become better than all of them, please forgive me. Set it based on information available as of today, right? But yeah, that is it. God, will you get certificates after the training? Yes, the actual training. Yes, this one, no. So the real training, yeah, we will give certificates to everyone who joins. Yes, the Snapchat AI, that is like the worst of all, right? It won't even bother going to check the internet at all. It cannot check. So Snapchat also has AI, which really sucks a lot. Those of you who use Snapchat, you've probably seen that's like the worst of all, right? Okay, any other question? Let me go through the Sumaila, yeah. You can unmute and then speak. Okay, I can't hear Sumaila, so I'll go with Prince.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much. I was just asking, have you tried any of the tools with doing bank reconciliation?
BRS.
Yeah.
Oh, DCF Krawayo, discounted cash. Bank recon is like really basic. So, like, yes, I haven't done like real bank recon, but I can bet it can do easily. Just provide the right information, do the right prompts, and yes, it can do recon easily. You can provide maybe the bank statements for whichever relevant months, the client ledgers or the client internal bank. It will do it for you. Simple. It does like more complex things than bank recon. So it should be able to do that easily. Easily. Right. Yeah. Timothy.
Good morning, Michael.
Yeah.
This is Farmland. I would like to know whether audited accounts are always endorsed or signed by a licensed auditor. If AI informations are used, I do not think AI virtually will be signing an audit letter. So in this case, totally, I think the input of auditors and all professionals will still be part of the AI, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I said when we started, as of today, only actual human being auditor can sign audited accounts. So all of this AI can be used in the workflow, maybe to review the small accounting line items, to build your lead schedule before you get to the working papers, to build maybe your whole working paper from beginning to end. Yes, you can do it. But yes, you still need a human being who is licensed by ICA to sign. So that is it. Right. Yeah. So as for accountant, will still be relevant for a while.
Yes. That's my point. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Norbert, for presentation slides, which one would you use? There's this tool. Let me show you. Presentation. You can use. There's one called Gen Spark. Let me show you. They are quite good. There's also like Gamma. There are plenty. So let me share my screen. Let me show you how it looks like. Yeah. So this is it. You can just look for GenSpark AI. They should have like free tools. You can go and play with it. But yeah, GenSpark has got like really good slides, AI slides and all. But the funny thing is that people can tell when a slide is AI made. You see, so you should be able to be smart and then tweak things over here, there, and there. Right. Yeah. So that's about it. Okay. Let me come back here. Share this tab instead. Okay. Kimo, how do I make my results look very original so that it's not easily detected that it's AI generated? Okay, so yes, that's a good one. How will someone be able to tell that we didn't write? I would say it comes from using AI. So I use AI so much. Like I'm saying, I'm serious. I can tell majority of LinkedIn posts are AI written. Majority. Like when I say I can tell. Only an expert can tweak and then maybe I will not see. So sometimes I see and I just laugh, right? Some people just actually copy and paste with the hashtags and I'm like, chairman, like at least delete the hashtags at the bottom or something, right? But yeah, people just copy and paste. So I would say the more you use AI, the more you notice how AI writes and the more you would not want to write like that. Right. But one thing you can also do is that in your prompt, you can tell AI to write like a human being and remove all common AI traces. You can list examples like no EM dashes. It should not use. Have you seen this one? Who has noticed people write like this these days? It is not just this, it is that. How do I put it? Who has seen that sentence structure? It is not just X, it is Y. That's AI. We usually, people say, okay, I have analyzed Ghana's VAT law. It is not just a revolution, it is mass size AI, right? Typical person will not write like that. So if you know how AI writes, you can tell AI to remove all of those things from the writing and it will look like more human written. But I don't think there's anything more reliable than you yourself knowing how AI writes so much that you work against writing like AI, right? Okay. Joshua, I talk about upskilling, but what are those skills? Everything. AI. I think we are moving into a future where generalists will do better than specialists. Let me explain what I mean by that. I've always believed that, but I think it's becoming clearer to me by the day. A generalist will always do better than a specialist. So maybe that can guide you in your career aspirations. If you finish your tax qualification, you become a transfer pricing person. Like the only thing you can do is transfer pricing, you are in big trouble because you are at risk. I'd rather be the guy who knows, like, well, for me, I know TP. I can do TP. I can do income. I can do POI. I can do accounting. I can do AI. So try to be like you may have your field, but please don't go too deep. The deeper you go into one field, the more likely it says you're going to be replaced by AI. I don't know if you get my point. Like in the past, specialists were great. In some fields, we still need specialists, like a doctor. We need a heart surgeon. Yes, they are different, but we, the knowledge workers, you should know small law. So those of you like school, keep going to school. Okay, go and learn law small, go and learn accounting small, come and learn tax, then go and learn modeling. You learn some programming. You would be much better. You have a longer career span than the guy who has learned only. So maybe somebody's learning QuickBooks. You dear QuickBooks now, Charlie. It's good to know QuickBooks, but be so diverse. You can use any accounting software. You understand? Yeah. So that is my recommendation. Yeah. So that's for Joshua. Is it appropriate to use AI to write audit reports? Appropriate, it depends on you. Audit reports in any, do you mean the standard one? If it is defined by ISA already. So there's a template for that already, the opinion paragraph and all of those things. But yeah, if you mean like other reports, like a tax audit report, yes, AI can help you write, but please always review to make sure it makes sense. And I'm repeating, like people are going to use AI so much. We'll see a lot of AI garbage around. So please try and add your personal touch sometimes. Read it and change something. Read it and change something. Put something somewhere at least, right? So that it is yours. Okay. And I am thrilled to announce AI. Because all of a sudden, we are all thrilled to graduate, right? All of a sudden, why are we all thrilled? Like, what's happening with the thrilling, right? But yeah, That's an example, because we go and tell GPT that I just finished my ICA, write a LinkedIn post for me, thanking my family and friends and God. We read it, it looks nice, and then we post. Or tell AI that I failed 5 times, but I finally passed on my 6th attempt. Then it starts that I'm failed, right? Anyway, okay. All right. So, Myla, I just got a promotion as a payables and receivables manager. What AI tools do I need to be at my best? Payables, receivables. First, it depends on the ERP you guys are using. I don't know what account software you guys use. Most of the ERPs these days are getting AI plugins. So you can explore how, if it's available, there can be an AI plugin to probably do receivables aging faster, more efficient. So instead of updating that receivables aging schedule every day, AI does it for you daily. You probably brought in a live feed of a certain, so maybe the ERP has a live feed to Excel or Claude or something, right? So it brings daily receivables balance every day into the AI model. It updates the aging schedule every day. So all you do is you go and check the aging schedule. Is it correct? Is it fine? Instead of asking that junior guy in your team to go and build the schedule every day and you're giving him pressure, right? So you can explore available APIs for whichever ERP you're using, and then you can, I don't know, figure something out. And generally get better at spreadsheets, because spreadsheets will never go out of fashion. Receivables, payables, and then be a people's person, like become a better people manager, because you're managing human beings, right? So like manage your subordinates well, all of that. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Is there a hand I have missed? Bernard, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Mike, and thank you for this session. It's always eye-opening. So I want to find out, you mentioned the Google Notebook LLM. So I think I use that for studying. They have a portion where you can upload a slide, and then they
Yes.
develop kind of a podcast for...
Correct.
Yeah. Is there any other AI that does something better than that?
For now, they are far ahead. You mean this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, they are far ahead. But GPT doesn't have. GPT has got what they call something gems. Let me show you. But it not reach like that. No, you are still Notebook LM. You can create artifacts in Claude. You can create gems in Gemini. No, GPT calls it what? Custom GPTs, yes. But I think Notebook LM does the whole generation of podcasts. They've even added video overviews these days, right? They have they used to do audio overviews. You can now choose the language, the person. Yeah, so I'd say Notebook LM for that. And it's only because they have built a particular product specifically for this. You see, the rest are trying to do everything, financial modeling and all, but these people, they've chosen Notebook LM to do this. And Google Maps now has AI in there. You can now ask Google Maps a question. I'm going here. Where's the fastest route? It will tell you, right? So it's going to be in every product around us, apparently. So I'd say Notebook LM is still the best for this use case. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I can take maybe one more question or two more. If not, we're out of here. Any question? Any question? Okay, if there's no question, then I'll just... Okay, Erica?
Hello, please. I want to find out whether you share the recording.
Yes, it will be on our YouTube channel, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. So if there are no further questions, we'll end here. I want to believe at least you've learned something. It might be one of two things. If you are an AI pro already, it's more like, oh, I know all of that. I'm fine. But these are basics. Some of you are probably saying, hey, is this where the world has reached? Some of you are probably wondering, I need to probably get serious with this thing, right? Whatever emotion you're feeling, whatever insight you've had, I just hope you take that as the foundation, as fuel, and then you do better, right? Start building things with AI, not just LinkedIn posts and correct my email for me, right? Experiment, do things, see what they can do, and then start doing better at work, okay? And I'm sure everybody will be fine. So on that note, we'll end here. I hope you found this helpful. My name is Michael. You can call me MSL. You find a recording on our YouTube channel. We'll post it sometime before end of day. To close, You can join this group in particular if you want to be like AI, come here. Or if the group is full, maybe at some point in the future, you see this video on YouTube, you can join this one. We'll probably have another group too for this or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the plan. So guys, thanks for coming. And I will, wait, there's a question.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah.
Please, can you share the AI and the technology at MSL on the platform to us to train in WhatsApp group?
Okay, sure. They will share. The team will share it. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Henrietta, I don't think which question? Do you mean the regulatory compliance analysis for gap analysis? So Jeremiah, I won't say there's a particular AI tool best for a regulatory analyst. Nope. It depends on your prompt, like we said. So like neither of the tools was built for regulatory compliance analysis. Do you understand? Yes. It is what you want to see as the end result and how you prompt and guide the AI to get there. But any of them can do it. GPT, Claude, Gemini. All right. So guys, have a nice day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. All the best. Bye-bye.